I used to think every knocking or creaking sound meant expensive repairs. Then I learned the truth. Those sounds often come from rubber that simply dried out. The difference between junking a car and saving it can literally be a $7 can I picked up at the hardware store. I'm sharing this because I wish someone had told me before I almost spent thousands. If your car sounds like it's falling apart, this video is your wake-up call. Why does your car sometimes creak like an old rocking chair only when the weather is dry? It's one of those annoyances that catches drivers off guard because the car can sound completely fine during a rainy stretch, then suddenly turn into a noisy mess the moment the sun dries up the roads. You start wondering if you imagine the noise or if something underneath is about to snap in half. The pattern doesn't make sense at first glance. It's quiet and smooth when the skies are wet, but full of groaning sounds once everything dries out. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Countless drivers have gone through this exact scenario. Dry days bring the chorus of clunks and squeaks, while a bath of rain mysteriously makes the noises vanish. It feels like a bad dream, because logic tells you mechanical problems shouldn't vanish just because of the weather. That confusing shift leaves people thinking the problem must be bigger than it is. If you've ever stepped out of your car nervous about a sound that conveniently disappeared the next day, then you know how frustrating that guessing game becomes. Here's where the cost factor sneaks in. A driver walks into a repair shop and says they hear creaks under the car. The shop puts it on the lift, sees some tire wear or aging rubber, and immediately talks about suspension replacements, sometimes quoting repairs totaling thousands of dollars. Many owners feel trapped at that point. Do you drive an unsafe car, or do you spend money you don't have? This is exactly why so many vehicles get labeled as too far gone and end up on the chopping block way earlier than they should. Take one real example, a Lincoln MKX that developed uneven inner tire wear along with loud suspension groans on dry days. On clear afternoons, every bump in the road came with a wince-inducing squeak. Yet after even a single night of steady rain, the car seemed to roll down the street like nothing was wrong. The noises disappeared instantly, leaving the driver wondering how a vehicle could suddenly heal itself overnight. The explanation is not mystical at all. Rainwater dripping into the suspension acts like a temporary lubricant. It coats the surfaces of aged bushings and lets the metal parts glide more smoothly for a short time. Once the water evaporates, that thin protective layer is gone, and the rubber goes right back to squeaking against its mounting points. Without the moisture, the tired bushings essentially grind on themselves, which is what your ears are picking up. Imagine one of those rubber bands that sat in a junk drawer for 5 years. It still stretches to an extent, but the moment you pull on it, you hear tiny cracks and feel it straining in every direction. Suspension bushings age in the same way. They haven't failed completely, they just don't flex quietly anymore. They twist and groan against the surrounding metal whenever you hit a bump in dry conditions. That's why the sound is tied directly to the weather. Now here's the surprising part. If simple rainwater can quiet things down for a while, why not look for something that lasts longer than a drizzle? A $7 can of WD-40 or any silicone-based spray works the same way, except instead of vanishing overnight, the lubrication holds for weeks. A quick spray on the bushings and contact points lets them move smoothly again, wiping away that expensive-sounding creak almost immediately. It's one of those fixes that feels unfairly easy because it saves you the stress of a massive repair bill. But the squeak is just the surface issue. The fact that those suspension parts rely entirely on dried-out rubber pieces leads us to something even more surprising. The truth about how these critical components are actually held in place. What if I told you that something as critical as your car's torsion bar is secured by just 2 bolts? Most people imagine their suspension is held together with huge slabs of reinforced steel, thick plates, and massive welds. In reality, the entire setup is far more fragile than you think. The heart of the system isn't steel on steel at all. It's a ring of rubber pressed between a bracket and those bolts. That thin layer is the only barrier preventing one of the most important components of your car from grinding against bare metal. The design is simple, but it works, at least when the car is new. Manufacturers build suspension systems around bushings because rubber absorbs vibration and quiets down the ride. Without those soft cushions, every bump would rattle through the cabin like a hammer on sheet metal. But that simplicity hides the real issue. When the rubber ages, it slowly loses its flexibility. A part you never even see can start to dictate how safe or unstable your car feels on the road. Most owners picture frames and suspension arms as invincible. They believe the car rides smoothly thanks to enormous hardened parts that can take decades of punishment. What they don't realize is that a $2 piece of rubber can undo all that. When that small bushing tears or dries out, suddenly the car shakes, thumps, and squeals. You think you're dealing with a transmission problem or failing shocks, but what's really happening is that a cracked rubber spacer has lost its to cushion two critical pieces of metal. Here's the reality. Those suspension links and sway bars are not bolted directly into steel. They're secured through a bracket that compresses rubber. That's it. Two bolts run through the bushing, squeezing it in place. Once it hardens or peels away, the bolts no longer hold the part silently. Every steering input, every pothole, every small road vibration forces metal edges to scrape the mount. That scraping is what produces the groaning sound that echoes under the floor of the car. The harder the rubber becomes, the worse the sound. It's not just a squeak. It becomes a low grinding noise because there's now nothing shielding the steel surfaces from each other. Drivers misinterpret that as catastrophic failure, but the component itself, the bar or arm, is still strong. It's the cushion that has given up. And here's the frustrating part. The industry used to build in a solution. Older cars often came with grease fittings that allowed mechanics to inject lubrication into moving joints and bushings. Regular servicing kept everything quiet and flexible. Over the last decades, though, manufacturers have eliminated those service points. The reason? Cost cutting, lower maintenance expectations, and designs that assume most people won't keep a car beyond a certain mileage. That means silent deterioration is now built in. No easy way to re-grease. No factory option to restore flexibility. You just wait until the bushing is noisy, then a shop sells you an entire replacement assembly. But recent products have introduced a new option. Treatments like AT205, a polymer solution, can actually soak back into the rubber itself. Instead of masking the noise for a few days like WD-40, it rejuvenates the rubber's ability to flex. Drivers who use it often report quieter suspensions for months at a time. It's not magic. It's simply giving the dried rubber some of the elasticity it had when it was new. Every year, too many cars get written off and hauled to junkyards, not because of major mechanical failure, but because of misunderstood suspension noises and repair quotes that scare owners into giving up. What sounds like a dangerous problem often turns out to be nothing more than dried bushings producing friction. Here's the simple truth. A $7 can of WD-40 or a $10 bottle of polymer treatment can restore flexibility, silence the groans, and add years of life to your vehicle. Check your own car before assuming the worst, and subscribe for more practical, money-saving tips that keep cars driving longer.